Okay, so here is what we have. So again, it's Algebra 1, Chapter 4, Section 4.3, parallel. Remember, this is the symbol for parallel, and this is the symbol for perpendicular. So I started off with this line right here. I have a line. It's f of x is equal to negative 2x plus 3. Notice that it has a slope of negative 2, and it crosses the y-axis at positive 3, just like this. So there's my y-axis intercept. And then you note if you go down 2 and over 1, down 2 and over 1, down 2 and over 1, you will cross all these points. There's my line. Now what I want is I want a line that's parallel to this line, but I want it to go through this point right here. So I've already got the line drawn, so we know where it's going to be. Now let's watch the mechanics and let's get it there. So here it is. Draw a line that's parallel to the line f of x is equal to negative 2x plus 3, and I want it to go through the point 1 comma negative 7. So it's a three-step process. Step 1, you must first find the slope. Well, in our case, it's given to us. Remember, it's the coefficient in front of the x term. This, of course, assumes that you are in a y is equal to mx plus b format where the coefficient in front of the y is equal to 1. And in this case, we've replaced the y with the function notation f of x. So find the slope. We just did. It's negative 2. Step 2, point slope. Remember, this is y minus y1 is equal to x minus x1. Now, notice that when I'm done, I retain this y. I need that here. This y is going to be the y value of my point. There's my slope. I need the x, and I need the y-axis intercept. So I'm going to plug these values in. Y plus 7. Why did I use a plus 7? Because it's minus a minus. Minus a minus 7 makes it a plus 7 is equal to negative 2 times x minus 1. If I clean this up, distribute, I get y is equal to negative 2x minus 5. And sure enough, if I come over here to my point that I had, and if I go down 2 and 1 to the right, or if I go up 2 and 1 to the left, and up 2, 1 to the left, and draw a line, I do in fact cross the y-axis at negative 5, and I still have the same slope of negative 2. So there's a line that's parallel to our given line through a point. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to do a line that's perpendicular to a given line. In this case, it's going to be g of x is equal to 1/3 x plus 4. And I want a line that's perpendicular. In other words, it's going to make a right angle right here, a 90-degree angle, through another point. Okay? We're going to pick this point right here. That looks like negative 1, negative 3. So once again, it's the same three-step process. I need to draw a line that's perpendicular. Remember, that's the symbol for perpendicular. To the line, g of x is equal to 1/3 x. Notice that it's 1/3 x. See, I go up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3. 1/3 x plus 4, and I do in fact cross the y-axis at 4. So, find the slope. Oh, it's 1/3. It's given to us. Remember, it's the coefficient in front of the x term. Now, perpendicular, it's an opposite reciprocal. So take your 1/3, flip it over, put the 3 on the top and the 1 on the bottom, and then change the sign. So now it's negative 3, opposite reciprocal. Now once again, step 2, point slope. Y minus y1 is equal to the slope, x minus x1. Plug them in. Y plus 3. Why is it a plus 3? Because I had a minus 3, negative, negative, once again makes it positive. Is equal to the slope, negative 3 times x plus 1. Why is it a plus 1? Minus a minus makes it a plus 1. Distribute, clean it up. Y is equal to negative 3x minus 6. Now, sure enough, if I go to the point that I was told to go through, there it is. And if I take a slope of negative 3, look at that. I do, in fact, hit the y-axis at negative 6. Okay? So there is a perpendicular line to my given line through that point, which is negative 1, negative 3. Okay. Now also, in section 4.3, we are asked in problem number 10 to say there's a line, and I want a line through the point 1, 2 that's parallel to my line. So once again, the slope of the line that's given to me is -5. Notice I'm in good form. Y is equal to -5x plus 4. The coefficient in front of the y is a 1. So that right there, that number in front of the x, that is my slope. We want it to be parallel, so I'm going to use that slope. Remember, parallel lines have exactly the same slope. Once again, it's a 3-step process. Find slope. Oh, we did that. It's -5. Step 2, point slope. Y minus y1 is equal to the slope that you just found times x minus x1. Remember, you need this y. Don't try to get rid of it. You need this x. Don't try to get rid of it. This is the y value of your point. This is the x value of your point. That's your slope. Plug them in, clean it up. Y is equal to -5x plus 7. Do we still have the same slope? We do. And now we have a different y-axis intercept. Now, in number 18, we're given 3 lines, and we're asked the question, are any of these lines parallel or perpendicular to each other? Well, once again, this is all dependent on the slope of the line. In the first one, y is equal to 6x minus 2. It's a coefficient of 1. It's in good form. Therefore, the slope is right there. It's 6. This one here, this is not such great form. This is 6y is equal to -x. I need this to be a 1. To accomplish that task, we will divide both sides of the equation by 6. And I'll get y is equal to -1/6. Remember, there's really a 1 parked here. So the slope of this line is -1/6. Line C is y plus 6x is equal to 1. Well, let's clean that up. Let's shift the x to the other side via the subtraction property of equality. And y will equal -6x plus 1, or a slope of -6. Now let's look at these slopes. I have a 6, a -1/6, and a -6. Are any of these the same? No. So none of them are parallel. That minus sign fouls me up. Are any of them perpendicular? Yes. Notice that 6 and -1/6 are opposite reciprocals. Okay? These two lines with the slope of -6 and 6 are not perpendicular. Okay? All right, these two lines are. Okay, that is the gist of section 4.3. We're graphing and we're finding parallel and perpendicular lines. I would encourage you to go through the notes posted. I would encourage you to read the examples in section 4.3, and then you've got a little homework assignment over in that section. And your homework, I guess we're having some issues with Planbook, but I also posted this to Google Classroom. We do the average set. We do the average set. We do this set right here, 1, 2 through 26 even, 27, 28, 31, 32, and 37 through 38. That's what you get to do. Okay. Hopefully you got all that. If you have any further questions, please post, ask me an email question, or you can attach it to your Google Classroom. And so this should take us through 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3. There's a quiz after this. I've posted the quiz out there for you. I highly encourage you to go through that quiz, and then we'll do 4.4 and 4.5. I'd really like to get a lot of this chapter wrapped up before we come back on the 30th of November. So that's the goal. Let's see if we can get there. All right. Have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.